Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got some exciting updates about the Kansas City Chiefs. The big topic we're diving into today is a potential roster change that could really shake things up for the team. We'll also take a look at the latest news about head coach Andy Reid and talk about what's ahead as the playoffs approach. There's a lot to cover, so stick around. Let's jump right in with the first story, a major prediction that's been buzzing in Chiefs circles. According to a recent article from the Sporting News, the Kansas City Chiefs might be parting ways with a 28-year-old Pro Bowler. Yes, you heard that right. This isn't just a rumor, it's a bold prediction that could have huge effects on the team's future. The player in question is wide receiver Juju SmithSchuster, who joined the Chiefs in 2022 after spending 5 seasons with the Pittsburgh Steelers. When Tyreek Hill left for the Miami Dolphins, SmithSchuster was brought in to help fill that gap. While he didn't put up the same explosive numbers as Hill, Juju played a key role in the Chiefs' offense during their Super Bowl-winning 2022 season. He finished the regular season with 78 receptions, 933 yards, and 3 touchdowns, proving to be a reliable target for Patrick Mahomes in crucial moments. While Juju SmithSchuster proved to be a valuable asset in critical moments during the Chiefs' Super Bowl-winning season, the 2023 season has told a different story. Injuries have kept him off the field for stretches, and when he has played, his impact hasn't been as strong as the team hoped. His production has dropped, leading to rumors that the Chiefs might be considering moving on from him to free up cap space and bring in younger, more dynamic talent. The Sporting News article suggests that cutting ties with SmithSchuster could be a smart move for the Chiefs. He's set to account for a significant chunk of the team's salary cap in 2024, and with the Chiefs needing to strengthen areas like the offensive line, defensive depth, or even adding another wide receiver, this could be a way to free up some much-needed financial flexibility. The Chiefs have a history of making tough but well-thought-out decisions to keep their roster competitive, and this could be another example of that strategy in action. If SmithSchuster were to leave, the Chiefs wouldn't be left without options at wide receiver. Players like rookie Rashee Rice, who's already shown plenty of promise, and Marquez Valdes-Scantling, who's been a deep threat for Mahomes, could step up into bigger roles. Plus, the team could look to the draft or free agency to bring in more talent to bolster their receiving core. But let's not forget, this is still just a prediction. Nothing is set in stone yet, and the Chiefs' front office, led by General Manager Brett Veach, has a strong track record of making smart decisions to keep the team in Super Bowl contention. Veach and head coach Andy Reid have been great at reshaping the roster without ever sacrificing their ability to compete at the highest level. That said, the possibility of losing a player like Juju SmithSchuster, who has proven he can step up in big moments, is something worth considering. So, what do you think? Should the Chiefs move on from SmithSchuster to free up cap space? Or is it too risky to let go of a veteran who's shown he can deliver when it matters most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Speaking of big decisions, our next story is all about the man who's been leading the charge for the Chiefs, Andy Reid. What's the latest with the legendary head coach as we head into the playoffs? Stick around to find out. But there's more to Andy Reid's story than just his brilliant play calling and strategies. His impact on the Chiefs, and the NFL as a whole, goes far beyond the X's and O's. In 2024, Reid has been making headlines not just for his coaching skills, but for his leadership off the field, his focus on team culture, and his ability to adapt in an ever-changing league. Reid's coaching resume speaks for itself. With multiple Super Bowl appearances and 2 championships with the Chiefs, he's cemented his place as one of the greatest coaches in NFL history. His innovative offensive strategies have changed the game, and his ability to bring out the best in stars like Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Tyreek Hill has been incredible. But what truly sets Reid apart is how he connects with his players on a personal level. Recently, Reid has been vocal about the importance of team chemistry and mental health. He's made it clear that a strong locker room is just as important as a solid game plan. Reid understands that football isn't just about what happens on the field. It's about building relationships, trust, and helping players grow both as athletes and individuals. For example, Reid has been a passionate advocate for mental health awareness, encouraging his players to take care of their well-being both on and off the field. Reid's focus on mental health and supporting his players has created a culture of openness and accountability within the Chiefs organization. It's no surprise that the team has stayed a consistent contender despite challenges like salary cap issues and roster changes. His ability to maintain a positive, inclusive environment has been key to the Chiefs' long-term success. However, while Reid's leadership has been a stabilizing force, there has been some speculation about his future with the team. At 66 years old, Reid is one of the oldest head coaches in the NFL, and talks of his retirement have been circulating for a few seasons. Although he's under contract for the foreseeable future, the question of how much longer he'll continue coaching has become a popular topic in NFL discussions. Reid, however, has brushed off these rumors. He recently joked in a press conference that he still feels young and energized, thanks to his passion for the game and the close relationships he's built with his players and staff. It's clear that Reid's love for coaching is alive and well, and he's not ready to step away just yet. That said, the question of who will eventually succeed Reid remains in the background. The Chiefs have a strong coaching staff, including offensive coordinator Matt Nagy, who could be a potential candidate to carry on Reid's legacy. The Chiefs also have experienced coaches like defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo, who has previous head coaching experience. While Reid's eventual departure will certainly be a huge moment for the franchise, the team has set up a strong foundation for a smooth transition whenever that time comes. But for now, Reid's full attention is on the playoffs. His ability to adapt and inspire has been a key factor in the Chiefs' success, and it'll be exciting to see how he tackles the challenges ahead. The postseason is a whole different game, and Reid's experience and strategic mind will be critical as the Chiefs aim for another deep playoff run. Speaking of challenges, let's move on to our next story. What's in store for the Chiefs as they get ready for another postseason push? Let's break it down. The third story is all about the playoffs. For the Kansas City Chiefs, this is where the real work begins. After a strong regular season, the Chiefs are once again in the hunt for a Super Bowl title. But as we know, the playoffs are a whole different ballgame. The intensity is higher, the margin for error is smaller, and every play could make the difference between advancing or going home. For a team like the Chiefs, who have been consistent contenders in recent years, the expectations are sky high. The real question isn't just whether they'll make it to the playoffs. The real question isn't just whether the Chiefs will make the playoffs. It's whether they can make another deep run and bring home another Lombardi trophy. This year, the Chiefs' path to the Super Bowl won't be easy. The AFC is loaded with talent, and there are several teams that could challenge Kansas City's championship dreams. Teams like the Baltimore Ravens, Buffalo Bills, and Cincinnati Bengals have all shown they can compete at the highest level, and any of them could knock the Chiefs off their throne. The Ravens, in particular, have been dominant this season with a balanced offense and a stifling defense. Meanwhile, the Bills and Bengals have proven they can go toe-to-toe with the Chiefs in high-stakes games, as we've seen in recent playoff matchups. The good news for the Chiefs, though, is that they have Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes continues to play at an MVP level, and he's been the engine driving this team. His ability to make plays out of nothing is unmatched, whether it's a perfectly thrown deep ball, a scramble to extend a play, or a clutch throw in the fourth quarter. Mahomes has shown time and again that he's capable of carrying the Chiefs to victory. His connection with Travis Kelce remains one of the most dangerous quarterback-tight end duos in NFL history, and that partnership will be key in the playoffs. While the Chiefs' defense was a concern at times in the past, this year, they've taken a big step forward. Defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo has done a fantastic job of maximizing the potential of his players, with standout performances from guys like Chris Jones, L'Jarius Sneed, and Trent McDuffie. The defense's ability to pressure opposing quarterbacks and create turnovers will be crucial in the playoffs, especially against high-powered offenses like the Ravens and Bengals. One of the biggest X factors for the Chiefs will be staying healthy. Injuries have been a challenge all season, with key players like Joe Thuney, Isaiah Pacheco, and Kadarius Toney all dealing with injuries. If the Chiefs can keep their core players on the field, they'll be a tough team to beat. Depth will also be important, as the physicality of playoff football can test a team's roster from top to bottom. Additionally, the coaching staff will need to make smart adjustments to counter their opponent's strategies. Andy Reid is one of the best in the business when it comes to game planning, but the playoffs require even more preparation. Opposing teams will have had weeks to study the Chiefs' tendencies, so Reid and his staff must stay one step ahead. Whether it's adding new plays to the offense or making in-game adjustments on defense, the coaching staff's ability to adapt will be key to the Chiefs' success. It's also worth noting that the Chiefs have a history of stepping up in big moments. Whether it's Mahomes pulling off a miracle play, like his iconic touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill in the 2020 AFC Championship, or the defense making a crucial stop, this team knows how to win when it counts. That playoff experience is invaluable and gives the Chiefs an edge over teams that might not be as battle-tested. So, what do you think? Will the Chiefs make another deep playoff run, or will they fall short of their ultimate goal? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And before we wrap up, here's something to think about. What's the one thing the Chiefs need to do differently this postseason to ensure they come out on top? Is it improving their red zone efficiency, limiting turnovers, or getting more production from their wide receivers? Let's get the conversation started.